Let's talk about Nikocado, because that's why we're all here. Let's not fucking mince words.
Let's stop fucking around.
Now, there's a lot of history between me and Nick. Go ahead with the...
Okay,
yeah,
I was just giving no flavor. Okay.
I like the vibes. It's not a war, but I like it.
Oh, okay.
He was meant to come out and do our podcast. We had bought him a ticket. We put him up in a nice hotel. He said 5-star only, right? And we said in first class. Didn't we accommodate him?
He did want first class. I don't think he didn't request a 5-star hotel. We put him in a nice one just because we usually book nice hotels.
So he requested from us a first class ticket.
On a first class.
And we said, you know what? You are a star and we will pay that.
And it was specifically because of his weight. He sitting in coach is very uncomfortable for him. So it felt like a fairly reasonable request given that context.
Okay, there you go. He's a 2-seater.
It wasn't a 2-seater, but the wider seat up in first class was appreciated.
Here's the real reason.
That's what I was going to say.
He was getting anxious, which I totally understand. It's a live show.
Totally fine.
He's coming to a place with a bunch of strangers in a city he's not used to, a live show. Everyone was talking about this podcast, anticipating it. And so I understand the nerves, being anxious. I get that totally. And it's just overwhelming. You want to pull out. But he spun it like I was like, this is all my fault. The truth is, he just didn't want to do it anymore.
I suspect that may be the case. Also, the part that I said I took issue with, it was all the stuff about the things that he found offensive, about talking about him. He's totally entitled to feel offended by that. No issue with that. When he said, asking me to drop everything and fly across the country, we were flying him out. If I recall correctly, he was coming to LA anyways for something else, and he just extended his stay to come on the podcast. So he wasn't dropping anything to come on the show.
By the way,
it's like that's a little bit of a insincere framing, in my opinion.
We planned it around his schedule. I wasn't like you have to. But by the way, we bought him a non-refundable first class round trip ticket to LA for a trip he was already planning. So even though he canceled his appearance on this show, he sure fucking enjoyed those first class tickets to Los Angeles. Which I
don't actually know for a fact if he used them. I just know that we weren't able to cancel them, so we said, feel free to just use the tickets if you want. I don't know if he ever utilized the tickets or not.
Or was it like a cash redemption or just here's the tickets, they're yours?
It was just here's the tickets because we didn't get the flight insurance, which in retrospect
you know he took it. Why wouldn't he?
I guess he probably did. I just don't know that for facts.
I remember seeing him collabing with someone in LA around the time we were supposed to.
Right, and he probably did, but unless he took a different trip, I don't know.
So he turned out pretty good. He got his ass a free round trip first class flight. And how much? Do you remember how much the tickets were?
It was expensive. It wasn't as crazy as you'd think. I remember being kind of shocked that it was like
$1,500 or something.
Yeah, it was like that, which isn't cheap by any means, but it wasn't like insane
for nothing.
In that case, yeah.
What, AB? Were you gonna say something?
Somebody said, he did use them. I was on his flight from ATL to LAX, Delta first class. What the fuck? That's...
Oh, okay. I'll take your word.
I think that was the carrier, so I actually kind of believe that comment.
Dude, that's funny.
How weird that you happened to be on that flight. Okay.
But,
shout out.
I'm not mad at him, right? Even though, like...
It was all good.
It's money.
It was all good.
That's real money, but, it's fine. I get it.